Good morning, my dear students. We are going to learn chapter 4, cybercrime. In this chapter, we are going to learn how to safeguard cybercrime, and we are going to evaluate our own uses of internet, whether it is harmful or not. The annual cost of cybercrime to the global economy is more than 4 million American dollars. When the technology flourished and it started to replace all the offline things to online, lots of crimes are happening. Cybercrime is criminal activities carried out by means of computer or the internet. For example, we all received some sort of messages or mail saying that if you invest 100 rupees you will get 1000 rupees within a day. If you invest 1000 rupees you will get 10,000 rupees within a day, like that, some kind of advertisement. There are lots of people, those who invested their money in this kind of advertisements. I would like to share my own experience in this. During this lockdown, I tried for a part-time job. I searched for a part-time job in job site Naukri. One person contacted me. He mailed and said that you will get a part-time job and you can earn more than 10,000 in a month. I felt it as a good offer and I agreed for working him. He asked me to pay 2000 rupees and register my name in his site. Without knowing the after effects, I paid that 2000 rupees and registered myself. They confirmed that they received that amount. After that, there was no contact from that person. Later, I inquired about them. They were based on Mumbai. Like this, there are people those who are utilizing the need of poor people and earn more money. This all will come under cyber crimes. Hacking the accounts and taking money is one another serious cyber crime. Nowadays, we all are using net payments. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about the cyber crimes. The cyber crime means criminal activities carried out by means of computer or internet. The last 2 decades have witnessed an invasion by technology in almost all the areas of human life. This has led to an increased dependency on technology. The world is making paradigm shift from the offline to the online domain. Everything from banking, stock exchange, healthcare, education, etc. can be controlled and monitored using technology. However, technology has its own advantages and disadvantages. Cybercrime is one of the major demerits of technology. In cybercrime, a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking, phishing, spamming, or is used as a tool to commit offenses like hate crimes, make sexual videos, etc. Cybercriminals may use computer technology to access personal information, business trade sectors, or use the internet for miscellaneous purposes such as online monitoring of another person's activities. When we install a new app in our phone, it will ask for the agreement of its terms and policies. Normally, people do not have the time to read and understand what it is. Without knowing the real terms and policies of that particular app, we install those applications in our phone. First of all, we must read the terms and policies of that app, because some applications can get into our gallery and take whatever they want. Some applications can get into our contact details and take whatever they want. I would like to give you one more example. You all are familiar with the application Truecaller. What is the advertisement of this Truecaller? It is telling that if one unknown number is calling you, you can identify the name of that person by using this application Truecaller. But from where they are getting all these contacts? When we install that application, it is already asking for a permission to access our contact details. The server of that application is saving all the numbers and their names which is there in our contact list in its server. Likewise, the server of that application is collecting all the mobile numbers and the name that we saved in our phone. With that, they got a very big database. By the help of that database only, they are showing the names of people If one another company could all our contact numbers and names, there is a possibility of some criminal activities. They can use our personal details to commit crimes. What these hackers are doing, they are using the identity of some other people and they are looting the money or threatening the political leaders, etc. This is one or two of their activities. There are thousands other hacking activities presently in our world. So what I want to say is, before you install a new application, you must go through the terms and policies of that application. Before you give access to your gallery and contact details, you must think about the after effects of that. If an application is getting access to our gallery, it can take our old personal photos at any time. They can use that old photos for their own personal needs too. It will affect us. For example, we are giving our Aadhaar card as a proof to take a new number. So our number is already connected with the Aadhaar card. If one application is getting access to our gallery at the same time about our contact details, they have our photo, our old personal details which we attached with Aadhaar card. That information is enough and more to take one another SIM. So there can be people, those who are using SIM in our identity. They can use that SIM for any kind of malpractices. They can message and disturb a woman. They can message and threaten a political party leader. Or they can use that SIM for contacting the terrorist people. There are a lot of possibilities. So as a child who is living in this world of technology, you must take care of all these dangers. Try to have a study about cyber crimes and how that affects the common people. Read the chapter and understand it. Thank you.